do less may sound a bit weird. Because you've been doing more, you've been going to the gym, you've been doing all these new habits, which that is kind of the minimum. But with doing less, I precisely mean in work. So, in the book, The 4-Hour Work Week, there is a question which stated, if you only can work for 2 hours a day because you got a heart attack, right? You got a heart attack and you can only work for 2 hours a day, what would you be doing? And if I answer that question, I kind of was like, wait, working for 2 hours a day actually seems pretty reasonable. I do 15 minutes of video ID brainstorming. I record my videos for like 45 minutes or so. I'm an hour in 2 hours, right? I make thumbnails for 45 minutes. And 15 minutes of it, I set the videos online and schedule them. Boom! That's 2 hours. Probably 4 videos ready for publish. That's literally it. If you work only 2 hours a day, you can probably get that done. Now, let's answer a different question. The question was, if you can only work for 2 hours a week, what would you do? I would do precisely the same, except maybe spending a little bit less time on making thumbnails. Cause making thumbnails, I'm probably gonna try then doing very quick, fast thumbnails, and not even on every video. So let's say on a video that really will benefit from a thumbnail, that on that video I'm gonna spend time making a thumbnail. But like the videos that really do not need a thumbnail, I don't do a thumbnail, or even just like write the title or like the main topic in the picture, right? But that's it. I could get that done in 2 hours. Now, to start, I will try the 2-hour work day, because that's just a little more fun. You like, work does have like a purpose, right? You try to grow something, but it actually means that you're not spending 2 hours watching that Yirmala podcast solely to make one video about that, instead of just brainstorming for 15 minutes very quick. Boom. Okay, what could I make a video about? What have I read in a book? What have I learned from going on vacation? Or what? Very quickly, boom, video idea, boom, make the videos instead of watching like a 2-hour long podcast, which immediately just debunks everything, because like you don't have any more time to make a video or a thumbnail at all. So I would then, because like you do want to watch some podcasts and some, professional videos, but very in-depth things, but I would then do it not because you want to make a video about that, but because you want to learn something from it. As in, you really want to know how many glasses of water you need to drink, because then it's kind of for like entertainment, right? Or like informational, you know what I mean? These kind of things. Instead of the sole purpose of, I need to watch this 2-hour long podcast and make a video about it today, because else I'm not gonna have a video tomorrow. And if I don't do that, like my entire schedule will be messed up. No, it will be, you make already the 4 or the 3 or maybe like 5 videos that day, bro. And then, because you really wanna watch, you're interested in how much water do I actually need to drink today. You watch that podcast because you want to implement it right now. It's not because you're forced to watch that long podcast and make a video about that, and that's like the thing from tomorrow, which takes like 3 hours to do, right? And with that, I actually kind of realized that the 4-hour work week, at least for me, could actually kind of work. Because in that 2 hours, I could, if I just multiply it by like 2, right? I could technically make about 8 or 7 videos in those 4 hours. And then publish them all in that week. And every single day I have a video, but only doing 4 hours of work, let's say, on Sunday or on Saturday, right? It could definitely work. Now, this is mainly a example of me as uploading videos, right? As being kind of YouTuber personality. But this could apply to every single thing. Apply the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule implies that 80% of your profit or your happiness or something you want, or like your views or your click-through rates or your money, come from 20% of, let's say, your videos, let's say your friends, your games, your books, right? 80% of your knowledge comes from 20% of your books, or 80% of my views come from 20% of my thumbnails, of my work. Or let's say, or rather, like 80% of my success, or like my views or my subscribers, come from 20% of my tasks. So the task of watching a Human Lab podcast, because you desperately need to make a video about that, doesn't get me like nearly as much views as me thinking about like 15 minutes thinking about what I want to make, what I just recently just boom, new idea, than just watching the entire long ass podcast. Remember that 80% of the things you want, money, happiness, maybe views, maybe it's even like 80% of your videos, come from 20% of things. 80% of your knowledge comes from 20% of your subscriber, like channels that you watch. 80% of your, let's say, book knowledge comes from barely from 20% of your books. This applies in business as well. 80% of your tasks, 80% of your views come from 20% of your tasks or videos or stuff like that. Applying this principle, this rule, could drastically decrease the time you need to work, but drastically increase your views. Maybe it's happiness, it's like knowledge, stuff like that, right? By applying this rule and really thinking about it for like a moment, doesn't even need to be a long moment, just for a moment, you are able to drastically make a difference in the work you do. And with that, I say goodbye.